I'm just going to show you with this video, that's better focused, how to order fractions. And this actually I'm taking from the year, let me check, 5 CGP book, and it's at the bottom. So if you wanted to have a go at this at the same time, that's where I found it. It's in the year 5 objectives test. So I've got 3/4, I've got 4/6, I've got 5/6, and I've got 1/2. Now, as before, when I was adding fractions with different denominators, I wanted to make sure that each of the denominators were the same. Otherwise, I can't add and subtract them, and I also can't order them. So I'm looking for equivalent fractions to each of these, but they all must have the same denominator. So what I need to do is I need to look at the denominators and work out what they are all multiples of. So what number does 4, 6 and 2 all go into? Well, the answer to that is 12. So I'm going to work with 12ths again. So I'm just going to put my denominators with my 12ths. And now I'm going to look at this first one, 3/4. Now, age-old phrase, what you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. Yes, to a certain extent, remember, but only if we're multiplying and dividing. So what have I done to 4 to get to 12? I've multiplied 4 by 3 in order to get to 12, so I need to multiply 3 by 3, and that gives me 9. What have I done to the 6 to get to my 12ths? I've multiplied it by 2, so therefore I need to multiply 4 by 2, and that gives me 8/12ths. Same again, I've multiplied that by 2 in order to get to 12, so I need to multiply this by 2. So that's 10. And 1/2 as 12ths, I've multiplied it by 6, so therefore I need to multiply my numerator 1 by 6. So now I have fractions all with the same denominator, and I can reorder those now from smallest to biggest. So smallest is 6/12ths, I only have 6 of them. The next one along is 8/12ths. Then I've got 9/12ths, of course. Then 10/12ths. It's quite useful to then check back, just about see it, what those original fractions were. So 6/12ths, see here, was the same as 1/2. I'm going to put it, I might have to squeeze it in here. 1/2, just about see it. And then the 8/12ths was the same as 4/6, the equivalent fraction. 9/12ths is here, it was the equivalent to 3/4. And 10/12ths is here, is the equivalent to 5/6. So going back to the original question, and this is always really useful to do, especially for SATs tests, is to check back to those original numbers. So you can just see, so 1/2 is the smallest, followed by 4/6, 3/4, and 5/6, and we can do that because we have turned them into the equivalent fractions with the same denominator.